Good day, everyone. I am Jamila Kate El Rabino together with my co-reporters Jessica Bautista, Mila Kabatingan, Giselle Sanchez, and Natalie Gundales. And this is our discussion all about volleyball. So, history of volleyball. The history of volleyball can be traced back to the late 19th century. It was invented in 1895 by William G. Morgan. A YMCE stand for Youth Men's Christian Association, Physical Education Director in Holyoke, Massachusetts, USA. Morgan was created in a new game that combined elements of basketball, baseball, tennis, and handball, originally called men-to-net. The game was played indoors with 9-foot 4-inch net, and the objective was to volley the ball back and forth without it touching the ground. It quickly gained popularity and spread to other YMCA centers across the United States. In 1900s, the name of the game was officially changed to volleyball by Alfred S. Halstead, a YMCA official. The rules were also refined and standardized, including the addition of the three-hit rule, where teams were allowed a maximum of 3 hits to return the ball. Volleyball became an Olympic sport for men in 1964 and for women in 1964. It has since evolved into a fast-paced and highly competitive sport played by millions of people around the world. The International Volleyball Federation was established in 1947 to govern the sport globally and organize international competition. Over the years, the sport has seen various updates and adoption, including the introduction of beach volleyball in the 1920s and the development of specialized skills and strategies. Today, volleyball is played in various formats, including indoors, beach, and sitting volleyball for athletes with physical impairment. Volleyball in Philippines. Volleyball is one of the most popular sports in the Philippines. It has a large following and is widely played at the amateur and professional levels. In the Philippines, volleyball is played both indoors and on the beach. Indoor volleyball is usually played in organized leagues, schools, and universities, while beach volleyball is commonly played in beach resorts and tournaments. Volleyball in the Philippines is not only about competition, but also promotes sportsmanship, teamwork, and discipline. It serves as a platform for young athletes to develop their skills and have the opportunity to represent their country in international tournaments. Overall, volleyball holds a special place in the hearts of many Filipinos and continues to grow in popularity as both a recreational activity and competitive sports.
The basic fundamental skills of volleyball. The first one is serving. Serving is the first skill used to initiate the game. The player stands behind the end line and hits the ball over the net to the opponent's court. There are different types of serves, including the underhand and overhand serve. Second one is passing. Passing, also known as forearm pass or bump, is the skill used to receive the opponent's serve or spike. The player uses their forearms to pass the ball to a teammate, aiming to accurately control and direct the ball towards the setter. The third one is setting. Setting is the skill used to set the ball up for a teammate to attack. The player uses their fingertips to redirect the ball to a specific location in the air, usually near the net, allowing a teammate to approach or spike the ball. The fourth one is hitting. Hitting, also known as spiking or attacking, is the skill used to send the ball over the net and into the opponent's court. The player jumps near the net and uses a powerful overhand motion to hit the ball with their open hand, aiming to score a point by placing the ball in an open area of the opponent's court. The fifth one is blocking. Blocking is the defensive skill used to stop the opponent's attack. The player jumps near the net and extends their arms above the net to intercept the opponent's spike, aiming to redirect or block the ball back into the opponent's court. The sixth one and the last one is digging. Digging is the skill used to save the ball from hitting the ground after the opponent's attack. The player uses their forearms or hands to control the ball and keep it in play, typically by diving or sliding on the ground. And these are the basic fundamental skills in volleyball that are essential for players to improve their overall game. Practicing and mastering the skills will enhance an individual ability to contribute effectively to their team's success.
Basic volleyball rules. Here are some basic rules of volleyball. First, a team has 6 players on the court at a time, 3 in the front row and 3 in the back row. Second, the objective of the game is to send the ball over the net and to ground it on the opposing team's court and to prevent the same effort by the opponent. Third, the ball can be hit with any part of the body above the waist, but it can only be touched by a player once before it must go over the net. Fourth, a point is scored when the ball hits the ground on the opposing team's court or when the opposing team commits a fault. Fifth, a fault is committed when a player touches the net, steps over the center line, or hits the ball out of bounds. Number 6. The game is typically played in the best of 5 sets format, with each set going to 25 points with a 2-point advantage needed to win. If a fifth set is necessary, it is played to 15 points. Last, number 7. Teams will rotate position on the court after each point is scored to ensure that each player gets an opportunity to play in all positions. Facilities. Facilities in volleyball refer to the physical elements required to play the sport effectively and safely. Here are some key aspects of volleyball facilities. Court. A volleyball court is a rectangular area measuring 18 meters long and 9 meters wide. It is divided into two equal halves by a net that stands 2.43 meters high for men and 2.24 meters high for women. The court is marked with boundary lines and attack lines to delineate different areas of play. Net and antennas. The net is a central feature of the volleyball court. It is stretched tightly across the width of the court, dividing it into two sides. The net should be made of a material that allows the ball to pass through easily. Antennas are attached to the net near the side boundary lines to help determine whether a ball is in or out of bounds. Lighting. Adequate lighting is crucial for indoor volleyball facilities. It ensures good visibility for players and spectators, allowing the game to be played effectively. The lighting should be evenly distributed across the court to minimize shadows and glare. Flooring. The playing surface of a volleyball court should be made of a suitable material that provides good traction and shock absorption. Common options include hardwood, synthetic surfaces, or rubberized flooring. The surface should be even and free from any hazards, such as cracks, uneven spots. Surroundings. Volleyball facilities should have sufficient space around the court to allow for players' movement, seating for spectators, and other amenities like scoreboards, team benches, and referee stands. Adequate space should be allocated for warm-up areas and changing rooms for players. And lastly is the safety measures. Safety is an important consideration in volleyball facilities. Protective padding should be installed around the poles and any hard surfaces to minimize the risk of injury. Emergency exits and first aid kits should be readily accessible, and facilities should adhere to all relevant safety regulations. These are some of the key elements of volleyball facilities that contribute to the smooth and safe conduct of the game.
Equipment for volleyball. Volleyball equipment includes the ball, net, Athenas, court lines and knee pads, uniforms, court shoes, and whistle. The ball is made of leather or synthetic material and has a specific size and weight for men's and women's volleyball. The net is made of nylon and has a specific height for men and women. Athenas are attached to the net to help determine whether a ball is in or out of bounds. Court lines define the playing area and must be clearly visible. Knee pads protect the knees from impact and abrasion. Uniforms consist of a jersey or shirt, shorts or spandex and appropriate footwear. Court shoes have non-marking soles. The referee uses a whistle to signal the start and stop of play, fouls and violations, and timeouts. Having the right equipment ensures safety, fair play, and optimal performance during the matches and training season.